Hey guys, it's finally Friday. It's Friday, January 6th. You know what that means? That means it is officially less than 1 week until the Switch event happens and we can stop talking about stuff we don't know about. And this is Newswave. So guys, right off the bat, Mass Effect Andromeda not coming to Steam. Not at all. Not a surprise to me. You can't get Mass Effect 3 to my knowledge on there. You can get 2, but you can't get 3. And that makes sense because, of course, EA wants to push their platform, Origin, over Steam. I assume they don't really have to pay any fees because it's theirs, whereas on Steam they would have to pay Valve fees. And I think there's less control over the game that they can have on Steam. So it makes sense that they would want to promote their own platform, not release it on Steam, force you to get Origin if you want Mass Effect Andromeda, which, if you want it, you gotta go get it. That's the way it is. And you know what? Origin has evolved over time. I don't mind Origin anymore. Back in the day, it wasn't very good, and I understand why people might not have liked it. Uplay, I think, far worse at this point. Far worse. And I'm okay. I'm okay right now with Origin, but keep in mind, you will have to go get it. Also, we did get wind of the resolution it's going to run at on the Xbox One and the PS4. Standard as always, PS4 will have 1080p. Xbox One will have 900p upscaled to 1080. It's kind of been the story of the Xbox One's life at this point. Third parties just cannot seem to get that 1080p resolution out of the Xbox One due to its slower RAM. It is using DDR3, where of course the PS4 is using GDDR5, much easier to run higher resolution, which in this case would be 1080p. I assume they're both going to run at or around 30 frames. It's definitely not a 60 frames per second game. But it's fine. 1080p on the PS4, Xbox One, 900p upscaled to 1080p. Will you really be able to tell difference with just the naked eye? Probably not. Just get it on whatever system you want it on. And finishing up with Mass Effect. Mass Effect 2 is free right now on Origin. If you have not played it, I like 2. I think the first one was my favorite one so far, but 2 was a close second. That is a good game. If you have not played the Mass Effect series, it's free. Go download it if you have a decent enough PC. It actually doesn't even take much to play it, to be honest. If you have a video card that's been purchased probably at this point in the last 8 years, it's going to play it. I bet you some integrated graphics right now would play it too. HD 5000 or whatever they're up to now would probably play it fine too. And we did get word that there is going to be a Treehouse event the day following the big Switch presser. I am very excited about this because I will be live streaming. So you guys can come watch me watch something. I know it sounds dumb in practice, but you can come watch me watch something, basically. Actually, no, we'll all watch it together. It'll be fun. I'm sure it's going to last a while. It starts at 9:30 a.m., which tells me it's probably going to go... I mean, Treehouse events usually last a while, but I could see this going easily into the afternoon. Like, I'm thinking, like, in my mind, 1 or 2 in the afternoon even. So I think we can have some fun, though. If you guys want to come check out the stream with me, I'll have it up and we can just kind of hang out, watch it. If there's anything technical comes up, I doubt it. I'll try to talk about it, but more than likely we will just hang out, watch some awesome gameplay. I'm excited to see what games show up, and Treehouse means they're going to play it in front of us. As much as I like Breath of the Wild, I kind of hope they play some other games at this point. I think, honestly, I am all Zelda'd out. I'm getting annoyed just watching people play it because I just want to play it at this point. So bring some third-party games. I don't even mind watching Skyrim if I can see what it looks like on the Switch, Mario Kart, Splatoon. There's a lot of stuff they can bring to the table. So let's keep Breath of the Wild shorter this time because I can go back to the last E3 and watch it forever. So let's play some other games. But yes, I'm excited. Come see me, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. I will be streaming a little before then to get set up, and we can have a good time. And the creators of Axanar, which is basically a fan-made movie that's based heavily on Star Trek to the point where they are being sued now. A copyright infringement has gone in and the judge has decided that it is going to trial. So of course the creators of Axanar are claiming fair use. They're going to lose, to be honest, because if you actually go look at Axanar, it is just about a straight ripoff of Star Trek. It's a little too close. They say it's like a mockumentary or something. Judge didn't buy that one bit. It's going straight to trial, so a jury will decide this, and unfortunately, because they're claiming fair use, basically, it's going to, I think, hurt fair use in the long run, because if this gets held and they cannot produce their movie, fair use will be kind of a joke defense because it will always be linked to this, unfortunately. And that's going to hurt people on YouTube, for example, who try to use fair use to protect something that actually makes sense instead of basically ripping something off like this. Look, if you're a fan of Axanar and you wanted to see it come to market, I understand there was a large backing with Kickstarter and Indiegogo where they raised over $1 million. So if you're one of those backers, I'm sure you want to see it come out. But keep in mind, you can't rip off people's stuff, put it out there, have the fans be excited for it, and then it's okay. I did look at it, and like I said, it looks very close to it. So I'm sorry, it's probably going to lose. It's just too close to the original source material. But keep an eye on it. It's going to be a big deal for fair use and everything going forward. The trial starts January 31st, so we'll be at the end of this month that it starts. And I would not bet on them winning, unfortunately, if you're a fan of the Axanar thing. I'm okay with them losing just because it's a little too close. Like I said, they even went as far as to use the same color jackets, uniforms for the captains, the pointy ears, everything. I mean, it looks so close. And we did get a synopsis for the Thor Ragnarok movie that's going to have Thor, and it's going to have Hulk in it. It's coming out, I believe, later on this year. And we kind of have an idea of what's happening between Thor and the Hulk at this point. So the synopsis reads just like this. In Marvel Studios' Thor Ragnarok, Thor is imprisoned on the other side of the universe without his mighty hammer and finds himself in a race against time to get back to Asgard to stop Ragnarok, the destruction of his homeworld and the end of Asgardian civilization, at the hands of an all-powerful new threat, the ruthless Hela. But first he must survive a deadly gladiatorial contest that pits him against his former ally and fellow Avenger, the Incredible Hulk. So it sounds pretty intense. Sounds like Thor and Hulk are going to get in a serious fight, but sounds like Thor doesn't have his hammer, so it'll be really interesting to see. Although the creator and director is actually saying that they're going to have more of a buddy element in there, so I assume after they end up fighting, of course, it probably ends up in a stalemate, or Hulk decides not to hurt, basically, Thor at this point, because he doesn't have his hammer. He's going to be a little easier to mess up for the Hulk. So I would assume there would be some sort of stalemate, and then they go off to get his hammer, and then go off to stop Hela at that point. And no surprise to anyone, MegaMan comes out on the mobile phones, Android and iPhone, and it's bad. And it's bad for no other reason than just the crap port job that Capcom has put forward for this thing. These phones and this game somehow cannot achieve good frame rate, decent frame rate. I shouldn't even say good, just decent frame rate. And the video you're seeing now is not altered in any way. That is actually the frame rate you are playing for a Mega Man game. Now, if you've played Mega Man, most of us have, you need good frame rate because some of those jumps are a pain to do, especially with those disappearing blocks, dodging enemy fire, just shooting enemies, especially if you have a boss that's jumping around. You need frame rate. I mean, it cannot be that choppy. It's actually, to me, it's embarrassing because that is a port job that I would not have put out to the public if I was obviously the developer. Now, you can emulate an NES game, this exact same NES game technically on your phone, much better. It'll run so much better, it'll play, it'll even look better. So I have no idea what the problem is here. I assume an update will come out because everyone is basically mad about this. I mean, they're just blowing up on Twitter, everyone, Kotaku, Polygon, IGN, everyone's ripping them. It just looks really bad. And each one's $2. Not expensive, but still, you're putting money out for a product that is just super broken. I don't know. I assume an update's coming out. I'll let you guys know if one does, but Capcom should really get this taken care of. And something actually really, really cool happened in Elite and Dangerous. This actually happened yesterday, where someone was actually going through hyperspace, and they got pulled out of hyperspace randomly. Now, a little bit of backstory. For the past 3 years or so this game's been out, people have slowly been finding these weird alien artifacts all over the game. And in Elite and Dangerous, kind of like a No Man's Sky. I think better, though, to be honest. I think it's a better No Man's Sky. But basically, you do travel the universe, and you kind of live life as a rogue, or if you want to be part of their economy they have, and basically you just explore the universe. Well, people were starting to find these alien artifacts and ruins basically on different planets, and it was kind of building up to this thing where there maybe aliens exist. We don't know. We have to find them. And yesterday, somebody found them. So what happened was they were traveling through hyperspace, randomly pulled out of hyperspace, and you're going to see here, just out of nowhere, it triggered like this random cutscene that happened where you see this huge alien ship fly up, scan them, and then it takes off. The ship tries to chase them, but the alien ship is just too fast. Eventually, I assume, disappears into probably like some sort of hyperspace or wormhole or whatever the alien technology they have. I guess it's obviously better than what they have in Elite and Dangerous at this point. And it's pretty cool that a game can do that because there was no update that was put out. And if you go back to when they actually found a planet full of alien artifacts, they even said some developers were surprised. So there's a chance that they're just keeping this such a mystery that even certain developers on different teams, whether it be for marketing or like maybe they do stuff on just, maybe they develop stuff just for the ships, like the ship models, that they don't know. That's actually really cool to actually be able to have surprises like that in this day and age with the internet and everything you can do to pass information around. It's very cool that you can hide this kind of stuff. I like these surprises. Now, people at this point in Elite and Dangerous are freaking out, and they are all over the universe trying to find how this person triggered this and how they can find these aliens, essentially, now. Because at this point, somebody on the developers team just triggered this event, and to me, that means that they are capitalizing on this whole alien mystery thing that's been going on, and we'll probably see it unfold and develop from here. And the last bit of news is Switch news. Now, we've been talking about USB-C forever. To me, it's been confirmed for a while now because it makes sense. The patents basically are talking about it. Well, we have our first real accessories that technically confirm it. Hyperkin at CES basically released and revealed, well, didn't release, they revealed their Switch accessories that is going to include a USB-C charge cable. So now we know, yes, it does have USB-C. It's technically a product that's coming out that officially confirms it. USB-C is there. I mean, I assume I've told you guys that it's basically confirmed like 4 times now, but we actually have a product that is being marketed at CES for the Switch, USB-C by Hyperkin. There we go. And guys, that's going to do it for Newswave today. Have a good weekend. We're going to do some fun stuff over the weekend, so make sure you check out the channel. I really want to do some streaming, do something fun. I keep talking about Pokemon. Maybe we'll do Pokemon. I would like to do a game that I record and then a game that I stream. So maybe I'll do like Pokemon to record, and then maybe I'll do something like MegaMan to stream. So it's up to you guys. Let me know what you want to do, and just let me know down in the comments below. I have my streaming setup just about finished, and I'll be able to do all kinds of cool stuff. I would like to even stream on a scheduled basis throughout the week if I could find time. Except I have to do things like Newswave. I have to get all this done, and then I have other shows I'm trying to do too. So busy schedule. I'll try to make time for it though, guys. Don't worry. But make sure, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I will see you guys Monday for more Newswave.